But then up here, you know, out here in the desert, you don't really have a whole lot of, you know, you have a ton of rural areas. But then in Georgia, you kind of have a lot of rural areas too. And certainly Area 51 doesn't need its own security. Doesn't need any more security than they've already got. Jinx, yes. What was that? Someone with a train horn. Fountain Blue up there on the right. I do plan on getting in there, as well as at Resorts World to get in there. So Michael, I don't know if you're still watching, but I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but Zook there at Resorts World is said to be, was rated the highest ranked nightclub in Vegas. Rugby League after party featuring T-Pain tonight. That's Tobin's favorite. He loves T-Pain. He loves watching him some T-Pain there. They should put these things on TV, or at least on YouTube. These concerts that they have down here. I guess the argument would then be, well, why would anyone show up in person? Very nice and mild temperature. It's like 70 degrees out there right now. 70, no, 75 it says. So last night was nice and mild. Right on, Michael. Yeah. Yeah, Zook. Janet Jackson being advertised there, and then they've got Kevin Hart up there. Oh, he's there too? Acting My Age. He's there this weekend too. It's amazing what's his name, Cat Williams, said about him, about Kevin Hart and all that, going back to all that scandal and having receipts and all that stuff. Oh, Tobin. Yeah, there are days that I wish I didn't know whom he was either. Yeah. So, up here towards the north end of the strip now, with the Fountain Blue, or Fontainebleau as I've heard it pronounced by others, because it is spelled Fontain, but the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach, the longtime hotel down there, I believe it was also called Fountain, or I believe it was FOU, spelled FOU, yeah. And then $10 or less, everything $10 or less over here on the right. All your souvenirs. Tacos El Gordo. 7-Eleven sign over there says 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Look up here at Resorts World, the world's second largest LED screen. We just watched the first largest a moment ago, there at the Sphere. Pink Box Donuts, of course, being advertised. That one there off of, at the plaza at Fremont Street. Very, very popular. They've got to be making a killing in there. They really do. And there is the $5 billion with a B dollar Circus for sale. With slots of fun right there is your frontage, right on Las Vegas Strip. Oh, and then the world's largest convention center over here on our right, 4.6 million square feet. Shout out to Tobin for that. And then there is Slots of Fun. And the old-time Vegas dancing lights there at Circus. Phil Ruffin says he wants... Yes, Henry, absolutely. I went and got some for my wife. She liked some of them, but I don't think she was in love with all of them. And I asked for a baker's dozen. That was before I realized that they stratify the prices. So they do pretty much what is like good, better, best, but they call them like old timers, and like there's a medium tier and then there's the upper tier. And I didn't realize when I asked for a dozen that it was but they mix up the prices. So it's not like the baker's dozen or whatever that you used to get for a set price. They don't do that. It's based upon the price per that comes from each of those tiers. So I think I think it was like 50 bucks. I paid for a baker's dozen. Oh, and then by that time you're like, oh, well, all right, I'm just going to pay it, because it's like, you know, it's like the same thing with those convenience stores that they have inside the hotels that don't have any prices. By the time you hear the price, you're just like, all right, I'll just pay it, whatever. You just like, forget it. Yeah, it's 50. I was like, wow, 50 bucks. Well, one of them, like, no, more than one of them. A couple of them were like $5 each. And so, yeah, it ran up in price very, very quickly. Equus, right there, that's the EQS electric Mercedes SUV. One of them, at least. That one's, what, $100,000? We come up here to Sahara Avenue, another major east-west artery here in town. And that gives us opportunity to take a look here at the world's largest gift and souvenir shop. Bonanza Gifts. 99-cent souvenirs. I don't know what you're getting for 99 cents nowadays. And over here, General Sore. In this part of town, yeah, I think they have probably a lot of general stores. They did get me. Yes, they got it. They got me good. They definitely got me good. Store in the hotels, like, not showing the prices and stuff. They said something like the guy in front of them got an orange juice and it was $8 for a bottle of orange juice. I'm like, wow, that is wild. Atomic Golf being advertised right there. That's a good spot for it to be advertised, since it's right there at the Strat. They want you to know that it's there. Okay, guys, get out of the intersection. Fire rescue sits there to make sure no one... We're not needed here at this intersection. Oh, yeah, Henry. Yeah, they get everybody. They get us all. All right, let me get around this. There's the Strat and the $26 million City of Las Vegas arches right there in front of us. Get through Bob Stupak Drive. Usually you always get stuck at that light. And we have the 50-foot tall showgirls up here on the left. And I think I'll get over here. St. Louis Avenue, over here off to our right, and there are the showgirls. They also have dice out there, as well as big giant poker chips for you to take photos in front of. It's probably, I like it. It's I think it's a good idea to do insofar as trying to help entice you to come downtown, to keep folks moving. But if you're gonna walk, this is what you would be walking through here, and I don't know if I would try tackling that, and I certainly wouldn't try tackling it in July. That's for sure. Main Street goes off to the left here, and it runs right behind the Fremont Street experience. St. Louis Square and IHOP, or International House of Pancakes for our international viewers. So that was what, 1710 you said, Tobin? Because I just saw 19. Chapel of the Flowers right there on the right. Okay, so we just passed something, because we're at 1700. So is it that little chapel there, Tobin? Passing Oakey Avenue here. Gas price there, $3.55 a gallon. And Peppermint Hippo right there on the right. Gentlemen's Club. Boston Pizza. Coolsville Tattoo. 1700. Oh, was it right there on the corner? Shoot. shoot, I missed it. Hotel Shalimar, and then all the little wedding chapels, etc. in here. Thunderbird Boutique Hotel Lounge Wedding Chapel. Viva Las Vegas Wedding Chapel. A blue and white building, okay. I didn't see it, interesting. I'll have to go during the day and check it out. Which, in 2 weeks, will be, well, actually, no, next week. After next Saturday night. I'll be able to do, because it'll be still be daylight out here. I always like showing you guys this, the ad for the Haunted Museum, just over here off to our right, where it's, what, $56? Just to get in the door? At Zach Bagan's The Haunted Museum. 50-something just to get in the door. Yikes. That's crazy. So Charleston Boulevard here, this is another major east-west artery here in town. Carry you all the way across the valley. We're gonna go up here to Fremont and do a little drive around like we usually do up and down Fremont. And then if you're just joining, I'll turn the stream off. I'll go park, and then I'll go try and get myself situated there at Alter Ego, and then I'll go live again then. Given the crowds that were down here last night, I would need to make sure that I can get in there and get a spot at Alter Ego for their performance. They usually start right around 8, or just after 8 p.m. Pacific. And as always, a tradition here on the Vegas Dawn channel, pull in here to Pawn Stars. So if you have not joined the channel before, if you've never seen our channel before, this is the location of the Pawn Stars building right here in front of us. These bright lights, probably a good thing they have the bright lights here. Bright lights, big city, but their sign is not lit for some reason. And then this is Pawn Plaza, which Rick dreamt up, putting together. It looks like a whole bunch of little containers and shopping and dining in there. You have the barbecue place over there. Put some south in your mouth. Rick's Bar, now open, it says. Up there. A lot of the merchandise in there is very overpriced, in my humble opinion. And certainly a lot of the merchandise. Yeah, Tobin, they were, yeah. Usually they play like Fridays and Saturdays. There is his sign out there. Their sign, I guess I should say. Yeah, they're very, very popular. A lot of folks really, a lot of locals follow them and stuff here. There it is, the sign out in front, as you see on History Channel there. But I know Bling and Sugar also tend to be well followed too.